you came to the right place.
Hello, hello, hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Welcome to Elvis-A-Z Network. Our two other hosts will probably be joining us here pretty soon here. And so we shall be finishing From Here to the Great Unknown. Chapters Meditation Garden. So we're going to cover the last week with some highlights and bullet points and stuff like that. But I'm excited. This has been a great discussion, guys. Really good discussion. So let's see who we got in the house right now. So there's Bluebell. Let me go all the way top. Charlie's here. Patty's here.
Jamie's here.
Kim's here. There's Bluebell.
Karen's here.
We're up to 26. Jerry's. I think I said Jerry, didn't I? Patty. So there's Natalie. Johan. All right. So we got a good chat. A lot of people in the chat box already, and whoever else is watching, welcome to the madhouse.
Yeah,
call it that. Yeah. So we're gonna finish off the book today, and then we'll discuss where we go to next. I think we're gonna probably cover the Blanchard Tool thing, but if not, then I think there's another book we talked about doing. I like the book deal. I like doing the book with this, and I like doing the book with, there we go. There's Amy. Oh, wow.
Dragging in the rear like always.
Why it always does that? Oh, makes me, I'm going to have to.
it's because of Amy's big personality. That's why even Max is trained well.
It's my big ego, like Lewis says.
Should be ego. See anything different about Cam?
He's got his hat on.
Yeah, it arrived today.
You got something in the mail.
2 months.
Two
to today.
fucking months.
Can you believe that?
I always joke it's the Pony Express here, but it's...
Yeah, he had to pull it off the back of an armadillo.
I almost hit one the other night calling my name.
Oh, those things, they slide. When you hit those...
They slime everywhere.
Yeah, we were driving. I remember driving through Nevada one year. We were going back to. I was born in Nevada, and we were going back to visit some friends and family. And there's a section on the highway that has like a turtle crossing. Well, we were going down. It was really dark, and all of a sudden we hit those turtles, and the car was slipping and sliding, and we were all crying. I was just a kid, 10 or 9 years old. We're killing all these turtles, and my dad felt bad. And of course, it's heat, Nevada. It's 100-something degrees the next day, and all that stuff just started. Oh, I remember that stench so bad.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. It's pajamas. It's just pajamas. She said, I like your shirt. It's literally my pajamas. I'm still dragging. I had a rough day yesterday.
Well, if you didn't say anything, nobody would have noticed because they don't look like PJs.
Pajama J.
Okay, why
Where's JoJo?
I don't know where he went. Okay, why is that?
You messaged me earlier.
So yeah, you messaged me too. I don't know where Joe's at, but he should be popping here soon.
Let's bombard him.
Yeah, let's bombard him with it. Yeah, let's all message him. Where the hell are you? Wake your ass up. I got something to share with you. I know about falling asleep.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Wait till you see this video. It's so funny. Okay, Joe.
The one cop looked like he wanted to laugh, but then he didn't. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, where are you?
Maybe he's researching.
What? Researching what, may I ask?
Maybe he's Elvis Facebook researching.
Yeah.
He's researching Facebook.
And so when Joe gets Joe was there when it happened, so I don't really have to. So there's a lot of people in here that were with me in the Zoom movie watch last night. So I finally did what I figured was going to happen one day is I fell asleep during the movie.
Oh, sure.
There was 30 minutes left of the movie or something like that. And I was zonked out. because they were. I was having dreams of Kathleen calling me Rick, Rick.
Oh my God, that's
Well,
hilarious.
no, I'm just saying that to be funny, but Patty and everyone else sat in, and Natalie was there, and Jerry, and I forget. There was 8 people. There was Joe, me, and then 6 others. And finally they woke me up, and I just like I didn't realize what had happened. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Well, in the meantime, Patty had got a hold of the local police department to do a welfare check on me,
Wow.
and they were already on their way when I woke up. So I put the outdoor camera on to watch for them. So you guys are gonna enjoy
That's
this.
how you know you have good friends.
Oh man, I tell you what, I thought about it all day. It's just like it means so much to me.
That's how you know.
So this is my front door. Hey, hey, I'm okay. I'm the only one here, but my dogs are inside. We're watching a Zoom movie, and I fell asleep, and they couldn't wake me up.
So everything's good?
Everything's perfect. No, I appreciate it. They couldn't get a hold. I fell asleep for half an hour during the Zoom movie. They thought I was
Okay.
but no, I appreciate it.
Okay.
I apologize you guys had to come out, but I'm good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, have a great one.
You too.
Bye. So I decided to share that with you guys. I put it up in the Discord because I tell you what, it means. I can't tell you how much it means to me that for 30 minutes, they were trying to wake me up, and everybody was concerned, and I understand that, and I feel bad. I just I I was sitting there watching Elvis and Double Trouble, and I remember the scene. All of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm waking up to people saying Rick, Rick, Rick. So so thank you to Patty and to Staten and Jerry and Joe, and who else was in there, folks? Natalie. There was somebody else in there. Kim.
Satnan says she's still going to kick your ass.
Yeah, I know she'll kick my.
It had to be scary, yeah, because you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Cam's been through that too once before, and the first thing he said to me is, "I'm going to kick your ass." Then he asked me if I was all right. Yeah, because I fell asleep at the end of Inside the Studio one time, and I didn't wake up until the live that was going to start an hour and a half later. I didn't wake up until Cam was calling me, and they finally woke me up. Man, when I fall asleep, man.
When that sleep finally hits, it's
it's a deep sleep. So let's share a few other things. I want to share a few other things with you. So we got some new merch coming in. So
we got new merch. We got new names.
Yeah. So there's a gentleman out there who's given us a lot of ideas. Why did I use the word gentleman? There's a person out there that has given us some ideas through his insults of us, that we generate product and we get money that will help pay for Cam's trip to Memphis.
Yeah,
it's just like with the stupid Amy cups and all that. That was compliments of. Anyways, so we're now known as the Gremlins. We were supposed to be known as Fab Four, but I guess we just didn't rate.
We didn't make the cut.
We just couldn't make the cut. I don't know who would have been Ringo, but I would have wanted to be Ringo. But anyway, so we're the Gremlins. So here we go. So let me get to the first picture here. So there's Spike.
Jesus, I don't
there's
know.
Stripe. There's Mohawk. Here's Gizmo.
Your Gizmo.
And then now we got mugs for him. So I'm going to work a little bit on the graphics and everything. I want to make sure I don't get any copyright issues. But these are going to be anybody that wants. Because on the merch store, we're going to do a Zoom. I'm going to put out a notification tomorrow with a nice little trailer about the Zoom meeting for the fan club. Because I want to address all the merch store. I've done some tweaking and I put a couple of trademarks on a couple of the on some of the artwork that was created by members of the team. So I want to discuss all that, but I want to tweak all this because I want to do another big rollout on the merch, and then I'm going to discuss what's happening with EPE because I've had a couple. I actually had one phone conversation with them, and they replied back in an email too. So we're headed in the right direction. I don't like the speed, and the speed is my fault. Period. No one else's fault but mine. So I really want to. I really want to step it up there. Hey Ed. Yeah, we were having a laugh about it. So, what's the saying? When they give you lemons, you make lemonade, and so we made some raspberry lemonade.
The possibilities are endless with this.
I know. Just keep them coming, man.
Well, I'd rather be a fucking troll than a dung beetle rolling the same ball of shit for miles and miles and miles.
Exactly. Oh, Ed, he called you a troll.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism, and I was called a stalker. Oh, bless it. That's the only 2 words he knows.
I'm actually disappointed because I kind of like being known as the most vile, most disgusting person on YouTube.
I know.
Okay, well, we'll make sure we call you that. So yeah, and for those of you who popped in, if you haven't noticed, Cam is wearing a blue suede crew cap.
It made it.
In 2 years, this is the first item that we've sent to him that he's actually received. It took him 2 months. But
oh, Natalie, I'm well aware, honey. Yeah, I'm aware. Ask me if I care.
Yeah, he's
I'm sorry. Any male worrying about a female's color of lipstick, I don't need to say anything else. No. I don't need to say anything else.
So what I want to do is we're finishing the book today, so I want to really focus on this because this is going to be the last discussion as a whole about the book. It's the last chapter, and I want to get it done today, and just
motion detected at your back door.
Uh-oh.
That's my dogs. I mean that's my son and his girlfriend. So. Anyways, it's been an awesome discussion. I can't be more prouder of how we've handled this discussion, and your input has been great. The questions and it's just been such a civil conversation, the way it all should be. So I'm going to thank you guys, and let's have some fun. Let's finish this book off, and we'll just. Try to just keep our focus as much as possible on this, but it doesn't hurt every once in a while to have a little humor in the house.
Yes, and this is a pretty serious.
Yeah. And then, of course, we're not quite halfway through what happened, but that's kind of working out for another project I got coming up. So I think the timing of that is right too. But we're gonna discuss where we go to from here. I think did we talk about another book, or did we talk about Blanchard Tool, or what?
I think we're gonna work on Blanchard.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'll put out a trailer, and I think there's so much information. It's gonna wind up being 2, maybe 3 shows on Blanchard Tool, and because I've got a lot of the details I've been able to do. We've been able to do a really nice in-depth research on this. We got other things in the fire you guys are going to really like when we come to it. So I just want to give you teasers on that. Not going to tell you what it is, but there's some excitement coming up for this channel in the next couple of months.
Potentially years worth of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like. I sit here and think, I need 35 hours in a day now.
I know. There's not enough hours in the day for everything. Thank you, Sunflower.
Sunflower's loved your short today, Amy. Gladys was so...
I've just been taking my trips of Graceland and just, little clips, because people don't always get to see that.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was wrong.
Did you do 2 shorts? Was it the one on Lisa, or was that the one on Gladys?
I did the one on Lisa ended up being a video because it was longer.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I like that one. That one that I watched. It was just because it was quiet,
It
and
was like
you
her
sit there.
exhibit. Yeah.
Oh, it was very fitting.
Little
So
baby.
I hope Joe's all right. Now I'm sitting
I
here
did
worried
too.
about him. I'm worried about him. Hold on, let me give him a call, guys. I'm gonna mute me for a second. You guys just chit chat, talk, ask questions, all that good stuff. I'll be right back.
Charlie, lack of sleep days. Yes, Charlie, I'm right there with you. With lack of
What sleep? I haven't had any in the
sleep.
last 48 hours.
Right.
I've been running on nicotine and
Ice
caffeine.
cream. Francis, my channel is Presley Files. The Presley Files. Yes, Charlie, for sure. Prayers. I'm so sorry you're in pain. Sometimes crying it's a release. I'm not a fan of crying, but the last couple of years I've let myself cry, and it's kind of empowering when you do.
Yeah, I'm all out. I spent the last 2 days myself. And it's like, but I hate the unexpected ones.
When you're not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the ones we probably need the most.
Yeah, probably. But when you're working on stuff where you don't consider that, well, that's going to happen and it happens, you feel like an idiot afterwards.
No, you didn't.
I know. The
Feelings it's hard to just let it go. Enjoy the shorts that you did. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, but I guess that's a lesson too, because I'm used to packing it down like a suitcase, dying for them to come out. But when they do, I'm like, what the fuck?
Where did this come from? Shove it back in. No. The only way out is through. Karen, thank you. You love my stick. Thank you. I mean, what kind of dude sits there and worries what color lipstick a woman has on? It's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, you know what? The first thing I've always been this way for as long, even in elementary school. The first thing I've ever noticed and always been fascinated with is the eyes. So first thing there's just something with me that when somebody looks at you and looks at you right in the eyes and talks to you, that is always, I don't know if fascinates the right word, but it just makes me feel like I'm important to them enough to listen to me.
Yeah.
But the eyes, I find the beauty of a person faster than I do anything else.
The window to the soul.
Yeah, perfect. So that's how I am.
I guess if you don't have a soul, you wouldn't pay attention to that. Right?
Yeah. Ah, that's a good point.
Also, can I also do just a quick disclaimer before we get started?
Yeah.
If you think you have some kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark find because you found a public TikTok that I made, you weird ass, it's public. So I meant for people to see it. Also, the term horror means terrified. It doesn't mean hate. Okay, I'm done. Hi, JoJo.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late, Dad.
Where have you been?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Not a good day for Mr. Crane.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Well, I hope we can make it better for you right now. So,
thank you.
After yesterday, I started getting worried about you now. So Cam's got something to get a surprise for you. You see it?
No, I don't see anything.
Look at Cam.
I see Cam. Hey!
He got it today after 2 months.
Cool.
So we all got our blue suede. Well, now we're going to have to get one for Amy. I'm going to send Amy one. Yeah, I don't know if they have. I don't know. She may not wear caps. She may not like.
I wear caps. Mine are usually offensive, but yeah, I wear them.
Well,
my latest favorite cap is just a rooster, and it just says cock underneath it. That's the kind of hats that I wear.
There we go.
But why? It's only offensive to people that don't understand our sense of humor.
Right. I mean, I like chickens too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to say something. The last show when we talking about marrying Koch, is that the way you say it? Because I don't want to say.
Yeah.
I went too far, and I said something that it's bothered me ever since. So I just want to say, I'm sorry about that to the listeners and the watchers and the new fans and the old fans. I'll try to watch my mouth. It was too much. I went too far. Oh, sorry.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. But
yeah, if you listen back, you'll hear me say something. I thought it was too much.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Bothered me ever since.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate that. That's you know what? Let me get up here to the full section real quick.
No sweats about it, buddy. I can't even remember what I said yesterday to myself, so don't sweat.
I mean, I'm the one that sent the video, so I felt horrible. It's like, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Okay, I got to copy this, and I got to go up here. I got to put it. I don't know why this is doing this lately, but anyways,
If I knew how to work one of these, I could help you, but I have, as we all know, I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to do it.
Mm-mm.
The screen.
yeah, I need to make you guys collaborate. So when you guys want to pause it to make a comment, you guys can pause it and do things like that. So, but we'll sort that out. Anyways, like I said, we got a lot of shit planned. I mean, some cool stuff. We're doing Donnie Sumner on the interview for this Saturday, so that ought to be a nice, interesting time. So, anyways, let's get to the book. I do need to be done by right about 6 because my daughter called. She's going to come have dinner with me today.
That's awesome.
So I'm psyched. Yeah, I'm really psyched because I don't get to see her that often because she works so much.
Yeah.
She's going back to school to get her what do they call not paralegal license. She works for a lawyer.
Good for her.
So I'm proud of her. My son started his official first day today with the police department, and he's excited because they gave him a vehicle. So
Ooh.
I hope it's got a blue light and everything on top, so those suckers will leave me alone.
Oh my God, we could be like Elvis and pull people over.
Yeah. Thank you very much, officer. Yeah, come back later. All right, let's get into the book. We got a lot to cover. It's the last chapter, Meditation Garden. Let's go to screen share. And this is, where's it at? Okay. Window share. There we go. So for last week, like I do every week, I'm going to just talk about some of the bullet points from last week to bring us to the point. The last chapter is Meditation Garden, and the book has been very. It's a whole motion of a whole mixture of emotions.
Yeah. The last last three are really heavy.
Yeah. Let's see. Get this. Okay, here's a short bullet point recap. Ben from Here to the Great Unknown. Benjamin Keel's death becomes the emotional climax of the memoir. Riley receives a devastating call that Ben has died by suicide. Lisa Marie's portrayed as emotionally shattered by the loss, no shit,
Oh, yeah.
of her son. I what I hear these days about Lisa in this time, it just infuriates me.
Mm-hmm.
Riley believes Ben's death will ultimately break her mother. Lisa Marie's grief is raw and overwhelming as she holds Ben and struggles to accept his death. Riley describes feeling emotionally numb and detached as she processes the tragedy. Ben is remembered as a gentle, loving soul whose struggles were not fully understood before his death. The memoir emphasizes that Ben's death was the result of overwhelming pain, not simply addiction. And Lisa Marie keeps Ben's body near her for a period, unable to let go after a lifetime of unresolved grief. Ben's funeral celebrates his life while acknowledging the family's profound loss. Damn, I don't know what I'm itching for. I don't want to be scratching my nose for obvious reasons.
Do they?
Like when your palms itch and your nose, I think it means something. It's a meaning.
That's a guy. You know what? I've heard that before. I don't remember what it was for, but.
Oh, when you have like an itchy palm, is that what you're talking about?
You know, you're supposed to get money, and then I think an itchy nose is something, and yeah, it's like old wives' tale.
My mom always believed that if there was a robin sitting on your windowsill, that somebody was going to die.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a robin, but I've heard that too.
Yeah, it was a robin.
Yeah, I've always heard if you see a robin, it's somebody coming back to visit you that has died.
Oh, well, see, you got to be on the windowsill to die.
Oh, you have to be in the windowsill.
It's
Okay.
the windowsill that does it. I was gonna ask, what do we know what is it that was heavy on Ben besides his mom being famous? What else was going on? Does anybody know?
The custody case with Lisa and the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was set to testify, and he had relapsed, and he was afraid that Lockwood was going to use that against her to take her kids away.
Oh.
I hate him too.
Lockwood. Oh, what a
Lisa,
fool.
the very next day after Ben died, called an emergency custody hearing to take her kids away from her.
Itchy nose. Oh my God! Really?
Oh, see? Thanks, Francis.
Oh my God! And that's what's going to happen. My daughter's coming to visit me. Oh wow! Now I want to scratch it even more. Thank you, Francis. You drop fork, knives, or spoons. That's my. Well, then I'm going to get company all the time because that's all I do is drop shit anymore.
Well, Natalie said, was Ben diagnosed with anything?
They never said in the book, and I mean, if anybody knew or I knew, I would never say because that's a big violation of someone's privacy to me.
Right.
And you know what? I don't think I'd even want to know.
I would know, and I don't feel like. I mean, they're Elvis's grandkids, so I mean, I don't feel like that they're not up for public consumption. It's not our right to pick at them too.
Yeah.
Elvis and Lisa get it enough.
And I don't know. I've never really read that much about it because we just don't know a whole lot about his personal life and all that. But I'm sure there was some kind of burden on him to live up to an image, or to his heritage. Because didn't he work out a deal with a record company but never did go through with it?
I've heard that, but I've never seen proof of it.
Yeah.
I've seen it said, but I don't know how true it is.
Was he a good musician? Have you ever heard anything?
No. Riley said she heard a voice clip in his phone of him singing, and he could sing really well, but they didn't know he could sing. And again, it's probably like Greg said, that pressure of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie never fully recovers emotionally after losing Ben. Riley reflects that grief is something you live with rather than overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still grieve over the loss of my brother, my son, my father. I still have grieving periods where I think about the typical, well, what if?
Yeah. All the time.
It's like with this channel. My wife says, well, your dad would just be loving your channel. And I said, yeah. I just wish he would have been able to have that opportunity because he passed before the whole explosion of Elvis on YouTube the way it is, because he passed in 2010. So it really wasn't prevalent like it, The book redefines the Presley curse as an inherited grief, emotional intensity, and unresolved trauma, not fame or wealth. The key takeaways, get my damn mouse. Ben's death is the defining tragedy of Lisa Marie's life. Riley emerges as the family's witness and storyteller. The memoir portrays grief as life-changing rather than life-ending. Love, loss, and emotional inheritance become the book's central message. The Presley story is ultimately presented as one of the family grief, resilience, and enduring love. More than what happens to human beings when love, grief, fame, addiction, and inherited pain become too heavy to carry alone.
Wow.
I like the way that sums it up, the way it breaks it down like that. Because I haven't come across anything that says, no, I don't remember that part in the book.
Yeah.
I don't remember that part. Just screwing with you.
Yeah.
Just screwing with you.
Thanks, Mohawk. All right, Meditation Garden.
Did you get to see those, or was he on yet? We'll have to show him.
Oh, yeah, he saw him. He saw him on my Facebook group. We're talking about the Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I'll take a coffee mug.
Yeah, I want one of each. One of each.
Yeah, well, I want to get him. I'm going to tweak the graphics. I want to enlarge them a little bit. And I want to make sure I don't have copyright issues with the Gremlins. So I might have to modify the Gremlins just a little bit,
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I think
You're
it's hilarious.
so cute.
I sent a thank you note to him for that. So I don't know if I'll get a reply.
Did you for real? Did you email him?
Yeah.
No, I posted it on the Facebook, which I know he reads.
The vile and disgusting.
Yeah. All right, Meditation Garden. This final chapter is not really an ending. It is a long goodbye. The chapter feels suspended between birth and death, hope and surrender, continuity and collapse, Earthly love and spiritual release. Structurally, it reads almost like the final quiet moments after a storm. It's funny they use that word storm has
Yeah.
already destroyed everything. Ben's death shattered Lisa Marie. This chapter documents the remaining flickers of life and her attempts to stay, and the gradual acceptance that she could not survive the grief indefinitely. I've never known anybody that grieved to the point of how she grieved.
Mm.
Mm-mm. It was
And
just too much. It was just she's still dealing with Elvis, you know. Plus, her life wasn't easy up to
her
that
whole her
point.
whole life was over the loss of what really comes out to be the closest people to her. Oh, poor
And then
Pete.
imagine that loss always being in your face. I mean, you could never get away from it.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, walking through a store, Elvis, especially in the '90s.
He died of this, and he died of that, and he was this, and he was that, and he'd still be alive today, or the tour would have been, and he would have gone. And it's just all over and over. And how did she get away from it? You know how she got away from it at times? She went up to his bedroom and she stayed.
And she locked herself in there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Amazing. Tupelo as light after devastation. The chapter opens with Tupelo's birth, and this is enormously symbolic. I love the name.
I love the name too.
Why? Because new life arrives immediately after catastrophic loss. Lisa Marie instantly says, that means Tupelo is 6 years old, almost 6 years old.
Well, no, she wasn't born that quick. She was born in 22. 22?
Oh, so she would be 4 now.
Yeah, she's 4.
Oh,
Because she was born in August of 22, I
they're doing a
believe.
good job of keeping her.
And then the second baby was born on Lisa's birthday.
Yeah, what was the name of that one?
I don't think they've ever said. I think people have speculated and tried to put stuff out there, but I've
They're
never.
doing a good job of keeping her out of the
Well,
limelight.
Navarone spelled the last one's name. That was real nice of him. I don't think Riley wanted it out there. Hmm.
I hope his pieces.
Me and Rhonda got something coming for that tomorrow, so stay tuned.
Lisa Marie instantly says, Ben brought me to you. This line defines the spiritual worldview of the memoir. Death is not disappearance. Love continues. Souls remain connected. Family exists across dimensions. The memoir consistently rejects finality. Tupelo becomes emotional continuation, not replacement, never replacement.
Mhm.
Um, what was I going to say? I was going to say something there on this. At, maybe it'll come back to me. Death does not disappear. Family exists. All right, I'll remember it.
I'm glad that we're doing this way with the bullet points and all that stuff instead of reading it.
Yeah, the decoded was so heavy that trying to read it the way I did just didn't cut it. So yeah, I like this so we can open it up for discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if hey Kathleen, hey,
Charlie, I think that second baby was born this year,
yeah,
maybe.
within the last year.
Whenever Riley did the update paperback, she did a for Lisa's book. She did an epilogue that was updated, and she talks about getting signs from Lisa. I've got it somewhere. I'll send it to you. And that the baby, she was waiting for a sign, basically, that she was doing the right thing with this book. And then she said the second baby was born on Lisa's birthday.
Wow. Yeah, I know what I was going to say. Through this whole process, when they're talking about Riley and her role now, people give Riley a lot of grief because she doesn't say things, but she's a smart woman for not saying anything because it doesn't make any difference what she says. No matter how positive, somebody will twist it
Mm-hmm.
and turn it and use it against her. And so I have so much high regard for how she does things. Do I wish she would do certain things? Sure, I do. But you know what? I trust her enough to know to feel that she knows what she's doing.
And honestly, I mean, just to be real honest, she doesn't really have. I mean, Joel handles stuff.
Yeah,
There's not much with that she has to do.
Yeah, you're right. She doesn't.
I
Some of
think
the
Joe went to Lisa for input on things because he knew how vocal she was, and if he said many times she made no bones about calling me and cussing me out if she didn't like something.
uh,
Um, but I don't think that there's that same vibe with him and Riley. I think he's
no,
mindful of what Lisa would want, but I don't think it's as much of a checking in and making sure because Riley just there's not that, and this is not bad. So, oh my God, but she didn't have that connection with Elvis. She didn't have
right.
that protectiveness of Elvis
Yeah,
that Lisa had.
yeah, and people look at that as a negative, but I got news for you. That's normal life. That's life. That's just what she's supposed to do. Be able to have a connection with them, just
That she
because
wouldn't have. I mean, what is she gonna? I mean, she's got
you.
her life.
So don't fault her for being born in a different generation. Because I think she's brought uh, nothing but positive on Elvis's day. I don't can't think of anything negative. The one thing I do hope is that she's there for the 50th.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like she's selling pizza in her driveway. So.
I thought about doing chicken wings.
Ooh, that would be good.
I have a great recipe for chicken wings
You
sauce.
need to send it to me. I love making chicken wings.
Oh, you wait. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I got it. I talked it out of a waitress at the place that they had it. They had a special sauce. So I flirted with her, and she finally gave me the
Yeah, you
recipe.
did. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I was supposed to go out with her, but
You got the wing sauce in right.
yeah, I got the wing sauce.
That's
So
the way to do it. Yeah.
actually, I couldn't go out because I got transferred. So that was in St. Louis, a place called Schmeezings, something like that. Great chicken wing. They moved me to Aspen, Colorado, so I was okay. Um,
All that matters is you got the recipe.
I got the recipe, and it's so simple. But it's so good. All right, so brief return of joy. One of the chapter's saddest elements. Lisa Marie genuinely tries to live again. The opening pages contain family dinners, holiday planning, snow fantasies. Sorry, guys. Grandparent joy, smoking jokes, horse rides, playful conversations. For brief moments, the old Lisa Marie reappears, especially during New Year's. The cigarette scene with Riley and Danny, laughing about the arrogant singer. These moments matter because the memoir refuses to reduce Lisa Marie solely to tragedy. She still had
Yeah.
humor, warmth, curiosity, love, and maternal instinct. And you saw that all the way up to just before she died. What are you laughing about, Cam?
I'm reading
You're
Charles.
quiet today.
I'm reading Charles. Yeah, because if I get started, we're gonna be sitting here for the next 18 hours. You said you
No,
got a
don't,
dinner
no,
date.
no, 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 no. Don't put that on to me. You can talk all you want. When you get to the point, I'm going to just say, "Hey, listen, we got to cut it." But I'm not gonna have you not talking because I got my daughter coming to visit. We got 3 hours.
No, I'll say something if I got something worth saying.
Okay. The Whistler symbolism. The failed Whistler trip is emotionally much larger than it first appears. Riley explicitly says something changed. Whistler represents the last imagined magical escape. Throughout the memoir, Lisa Marie repeatedly tries to create ideal places, sanctuary environments, emotional resets. Examples: Hidden Hills, England, Hawaii, Graceland, Nashville. All great places.
Yeah.
There's so much, and there's so much. And what's the proper the culture difference of culture between each one of those places? From country, Nashville and Graceland to Hawaii, which you've got that Asian feel. England, where you got the European English that I think have some of the most devout Elvis fans.
They also,
Um,
I don't think it's talked about that in the book, but they also absolutely loved Japan. They went to Japan a lot.
oh, did they really?
Japan was one of her favorite places in the world. And the cherry
Mm,
blossom trees.
yeah. Whistler becomes the final failed fantasy. When it collapses, resignation begins replacing hope.
And can I just interject some facts here?
Yeah.
Whistler didn't happen because she couldn't get a passport. She couldn't get a passport because of the debt situation with Graceland that Priscilla, and Siegel stole money from her.
Mm.
So because that there was some IRS liens involved because of that is why she couldn't go to Whistler. So that just really pisses me off every time that's.
Yeah.
All of that, bitch, really. To steal from your own fucking child. After she just about had everything in the fucking world,
Yep.
she threw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathleen, can you believe he finally received something? Yeah, did she get married to Lockwood in Hawaii, Charlie?
Japan. She got married to Cage in Hawaii. She got married to Lockwood in Japan.
Okay. I don't know. Is that my dog or your dog, Joe?
Oh, shit. I thought I had it off. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. If it's my dogs, I want to see why they're barking because I'm here alone.
Not mine.
Definitely not mine.
Oh, didn't you know you had a dog being delivered today too, Cam?
It's taken a few months to get there. Yeah.
It took 2 months to get there. That's why he's so skinny.
I'm just being a smartass.
The body begins failing. This chapter quietly reveals Lisa Marie's physical decline accelerating. When I saw that picture that one time when she was heavy, it made me sick. It's just because you saw all of this in that picture.
Mm-hmm. The body keeps the score. It always comes out physically if it doesn't come out emotionally.
No,
How I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. A lot of mine probably comes from emotional.
Hey, thank you, Charlie. But I've had those moments too. But unfortunately, I swing one side of the pendulum. If I'm really a smartass, then I'm a smartass. But if I'm a dumbass, I'm a real dumbass. There's no in between with me. It's either hot or cold.
So you can't be a middle ass, just a dumbass.
No, I can't be a run-of-the-mill guy.
Middle of the road ass.
No. I either go all out or nothing at all. I don't know. Sometimes it can be a good thing. Other times
Depends on
not.
what. Yeah, depends on the situation. The body symptoms: stomach pain, nausea, infections, fevers, exhaustion, emotional emptiness. Didn't she have bariatric surgery? That's where she started on the pain pills, right?
No, the pain pills were
pain pills for
the twins. Yeah.
right.
So the bariatric was after the twins.
Okay, yeah. What makes this especially tragic? Everyone around her senses danger, especially Riley. I didn't believe it. The memoir creates a terrifying atmosphere of anticipatory grief. What does that mean? Anticipatory grief. Yeah, I guess you expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone feels something approaching. No one can stop it. Something had left her. One of the chapter's most devastating lines, something had left her. Wow.
I remember when it came across the news, that Ben had passed, and me and some other Elvis friends got on a call together, and we were like, she won't survive this. I mean, she just won't survive it. So it's amazing what she did turn it around to do with it.
Yeah, I remember thinking that I don't know how she's going to survive this. I just couldn't see it, and I was surprised she survived as long as she did.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if it was you, man. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it's become this like, oh, she just couldn't recover. Well, who the fuck could?
Yeah.
I mean, who could?
My brother.
I mean, I guess Priscilla has recovered quite well from losing a child, but that's not normal.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get dogs. I'm going to get Kathleen the dog's bark. Oh, wait, I got the volume up. You can't hear it. Well, you probably hear it coming through my microphone, though.
Then again, though, in her situation, it's bad, yes, but if you generalize for the sake of this argument, does anybody really survive grief? No.
No, it's there for the rest of your life. I also too, I'm sure there's a perception from media or not, not fans and all that saying, well, she's rich, she can get over it all. She's got the money to pay for therapy and get through this all. To all of you
Yeah,
who thought that,
yeah.
that
Therapy don't
irritates me.
therapy don't take away grief. That's probably the one thing. If I had one choice to go back in life and change one thing about life that I would take away completely from this realm, is that a human being has to experience grief. Because I would like to go back to a time in my life
Hmm.
where I didn't know what grief was. I was untouched by grief because, in that sense, I think to a certain extent, you live an innocent life. But the first time you experience what grief really is, and when it gets its claws into you like really bad, you're never ever the same again.
Mm-mm.
I've really learned a lot over the years with the loss of my parents and family and friends and even pets. I grieve over the loss of my. That there's so many different levels of grief.
Yeah.
A grief over a lost pet. I don't want to minimize this because Cam will tell you about when I lost Dugan last year. But also too, the ease of it was I was able to replace him with another dog that's just like them and same. So I get to remember that you can't do that with a lost child. You can't do that with a lost parent. That so. Even people who become widowers or widows, they can't well, unless they, of course, are the ones that caused the death. But you can't replace the husband really because a lot of people get remarried. But if it's the first love, there seems to be a connection whether it was a great relationship or not. Well, maybe that's a stupid thing to say because I despise. Never mind. That's a
No, it makes sense. It makes sense in the larger sense that you're referring to. It makes sense.
That's what I mean. It's just I have learned a lot in the last 10 years about grief. Because up to the point when my father died, I remember my grandfather dying. I was 5, but I didn't comprehend the whole aspect of death at that time. I learned from his death of what it was about. But until my father passed away, actually, I take that back because my son passed away before my dad. That's when I started understanding grief and feeling the effects of it and starting to think back to the people that I was just like poo-pooed because I'm like, oh, no, come on. You can't get over it. I had a bit of an arrogance about it all. And I learned real quick when my son died, hey,
Out the window. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
There's,
total 180.
and it doesn't matter how long it is. My son that I lost, he would have been born in July, and I lost my stepmom in July. And to be honest, it's been tons of years later for both, and I hate the month of July. I absolutely freaking despise this month. I'm depressed. I don't want to, just leave me alone. And then Elvis Sweet comes and it kind of drags me out of my hole. So it doesn't ever stop.
Yeah,
But
no.
it's the only human emotion, in my opinion, anyway, that a person never really. I don't know. Help me out here, Amy. That a person never really gets your head around because every time you go through it, right, you experience something different every time. But whenever you're starting to get through it, or even when you're in the middle of it, you start mind fucking yourself to say, I should know what this is about because I've been through this before. Why is it hitting me so hard? I think that's the only emotion that human beings experience that you can never truly understand and prepare for because although it's the same, it's not the same.
It's not the same. That's why I hate when people come to people at a funeral home and go, "Oh, I know how you feel." No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I hate it when people say
Standing there
that.
on that line with my stepmom and go, "Oh, I know how you." She meant so much to me, and I just wanted to punch him in the face and
Yeah.
scream. No, you don't, because she was my anchor in life. So you don't know how I feel. So
Right.
please move.
And
Please go away.
my
Yeah, 16 years later, or
Doesn't
like with my
matter.
dad, there's still things that trigger that grief.
I could
That,
cry about it
that
now. Like,
all come right back to me.
yeah,
same thing with my mom.
yeah. Yeah, you and your mom were so close, and you lost that piece, that
Yeah.
your grounding piece, and once that's gone, it's a whole different you after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those losses are more like anger, grief than
Yeah.
at first. Like how Lisa says how angry she was. It was immediate anger, and she just wanted to run and scream. And I think when you lose that part of you, that's
Hmm.
immediate anger at the universe for causing it to happen, you feel like.
So one of the chapter's most devastating lines, something that left her. This may be the emotional thesis of the entire final section, because after Ben's death, Lisa Marie survives physically, but spiritually becomes untethered. The memoir repeatedly suggests she tried, she loved, she fought, she stayed for her daughters,
Yes, she did.
but part of her never returned from Ben's death. Same thing, same Rick. I hear songs and think about my, yeah.
Hmm.
I watch Follow That Dream, and every time that guy, the father comes out of that toilet because he doesn't have the flushing right,
Yeah.
I think of my dad laughing his ass off every time.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was, and that's the movie. That's the movie that introduced me to Elvis. My dad and me went to the drive-in theater. I remember that laugh all the time. I'm lucky to have that. I have it on a tape. One of those little, note-taking recorders. My dad used to take a lot of those, and he was talking with somebody, and he was recording the conversation, and he laughs in it. So I made sure that I uploaded that and put it on a digital so I could have his voice.
Too much pressure.
Riley's intuition about death. So on the airplane, Riley says, "I don't think she wants to live." That line is staggering, not because Lisa Marie explicitly sought death, but because that grief had exhausted her life force. The memoir carefully avoids simplistic suicide framing. Instead, it portrays emotional depletion, heartbreak, cumulative trauma, physical deterioration. Like Elvis before, Lisa Marie appears to die from accumulated sorrow as much as medical crisis.
I don't know this. I don't buy this whole Lisa didn't want to be here. I
No.
don't like that. I don't like.
No, I don't either.
She had children. She had other children. She had 𝗘𝗹𝘃. Um, and she even says in her book, like, she hasn't given up. She wants to keep trying. She even said the night before Elvis's birthday, she was showing her grief counselor the meditation garden, and he said, "Is that your spot?" And she said, "Yeah, but not for a very long time. I have things to do." And that was a couple of days before she died. I think it's been easier to say this about Lisa than to look at what really happened that day and what should have happened that day and what didn't happen that day for her. So it's been real easy to go, "Oh, well, she just didn't want to be here." She didn't die from unaliving. She died from a bowel obstruction.
Right.
You can't will a bowel obstruction. So this has bothered me from the onset of it. I could see if she did something to take herself out and then say, "Oh, well, she didn't want to be here." It was a freaking bowel obstruction. So how did she will that in her mind to have her bowels strangulated? No, no.
Yeah, you take Ben out of the picture there for just
Yeah.
a second about it way he passed away. There's such a fascination with the media and the people out there that aren't fans or want that story. The fascination was that suicide, it was a thought in their minds
Hmm.
that they probably, they still today, a lot of people believe he killed himself. And the same thing was, I don't think it's so much. I've never heard the talk about her actually killing herself, but the whole thing is she just ran herself into death, and just leave her the frick alone, you know.
Do you? What do you think about her not going to the doctor and stuff like that? Do you think she was? Some say that she was pushing. You know what I'm trying to say? She could have helped herself, but she didn't. Did she do that because she didn't want to live?
Well, possibly, but then I also think that bowel issues had been a thing her entire life.
Mm.
Oh
So
yeah.
when that's your baseline, and your stomach hurts quite often. Just like yesterday, I've had meningitis before, and my head hurt so bad The back of my neck hurt so bad. Even my daughter was like, "Mommy, please go to the emergency room." I was like, "Well, let me see if I eat and I feel better," and I did. But let's just say, God forbid, something would have dropped me. I'm basically doing the same thing that Lisa did. You know, I've had this before. This is what it feels like. If it gets to this point, then I'll go. You know.
Yeah,
We've all done
Natalie,
that.
I
Take that
and
for granted.
Amy could correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not true. She did. She's
Lisa
saying
wanted
that.
to be in all life-saving measures. Yeah, that's been covered plenty of times.
Yeah.
It's on one of Rhonda's shows, Natalie. If you wanna, sorry, I'm not trying to plug like whatever, but
No.
the whole thing is laid out.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I was thinking about that today too, and I'm glad you reminded me, Amy. If you haven't gone to her channel, subscribe because it really needs to be. First of all, I want to get more people to it, but you know, aside from the fact that she had a great co-host. No, I'm just kidding.
Of course.
You know, she does this content on the show. Like the other day was 𝗚cy h_𝗁𝗏, and then some nice shorts. And she's got some great videos. So help her along,
Thank you.
and let's get her out there because it's just more of the truth out there instead of the bullshit, and that's what we want. We want to promote and push and help the real good YouTube channels, Elvis channels that are there for the right reason.
Yeah. And Rhonda's is another Presley Mania. Hers is all factual.
Well, she's
Yeah.
got
Yeah, Rhonda's, yeah, Presley Mania. You know what? I believe in the description of all the videos, I got to check because it might not automatically do it on the live, so I'm going to have to check that. I'll make sure there. But in the descriptions of all the videos down below, I have a link to Amy's page and you know, her channel, and I have a link to Joe's in there, and of course the Cam's GoFundMe. I'll make sure it's in the live. But I'm creating a whole new trailer for Elvis-A-Z network, and I'm putting in there, you know, we also support these channels,
Yeah.
you know, like Joe's and yours, Amy's, and the good ones. There's not too many more.
Hidden Minds. Good.
Yeah, Presley Mania. I've really been listening to Emma a lot lately. You know,
Some sweet stuff.
before I couldn't get into it, and it's just because who she was, you know, at that time, helping out, and she's been doing these readings of these books, and I'm just like, I'm enjoying it. I put it in the background, and I've been listening to these, and they're really nice. So, you know, I'm going to help her along too, whatever I can do.
Yeah.
Elvis Effect. There's some good channels out there.
Yeah, I jumped on in their chat in their live yesterday. It was really sweet, father and grandson. It's super sweet.
Yeah, it was fun. They're great guys.
well,
They're great guys. So we're gonna. I really want to start promoting them because I got promoted a lot by different channels that don't
And I think they
like me, but
well, I mean, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, right?
I know.
But we end up gaining more when we lose stupid people.
Oh yeah.
But I think Elvis Effect goes live at noon, they said, because they're like, we've never seen you. I'm like, well, I'm usually working, but I'm homesick. So I just listen in the background, and they were really sweet.
Yeah, they're funny to watch together, too.
well, Amy's going to get a visitor from me, but I promise to be good.
You want to come on my one about the making of Hound Dog and Big Mama Thornton? Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I'll set the live link for a day before I'm really going.
Do I really want to let him in here? I'm not sure.
Everybody is welcome.
Beam me up, Scotty. Here he comes. All right, the spiritual communication theme returns. The airplane sequence is one of the memoir's most spiritually charged. Riley mentally tells Lisa Marie, if you need to go, go. This mirrors earlier sections involving Tupelo in utero, Ben after death, Elvis in dreams, ghosts, intuition, spirits. The memoir consistently portrays emotional connection transcending physical reality. Whether literal or psychological, the belief system sustains the family.
Mm-hmm. And she also said she communicated in dreams with Michael Jackson after he died as well. So she had this, you know, she had the thing. She had the thing some of us do. But you can still hear from the other side when they're gone.
Well, I believe in it, so.
I've had it happen too many times to me for me to not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for a fact
what's
that
again?
stuff's real. That's real.
What was that again? What is it you believe in?
Communication from the other side after they.
Oh yeah, I believe in that. I've had that communication.
Yeah.
Um, so okay? So Vernon, Danny Parallel, the last protector. The Vernon and Danny Parallel. Danny Keel.
I don't know if I would classify Vernon and Danny as a parallel, but that's an odd take. But let's see what it says.
Yeah, Danny Keel's role becomes profoundly important here. Riley says, "My father was my mom's biggest protector. This echoes Vernon protecting Elvis, Danny stabilizing Lisa Marie, Riley stabilizing everyone. The memoir repeatedly shows caretakers holding collapsing emotional worlds together."
I don't know if I subscribe so much to Riley stabilizing everyone either.
What do you
Yeah, the only thing,
I mean, I'm sure when Lisa was going through it, of course she was there,
yeah,
but I think in some cases she's kind of parentified herself.
What do you think about them constantly pulling in Elvis, like the Vernon protecting Elvis thing? And don't you think they should separate her from
Yeah.
Elvis?
Yeah.
See?
Like I know it's trying to show the generational weaving through and whatever, but yeah,
hmm
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep that thought to myself. I don't know how I feel about the Vernon protecting Elvis because
yeah. That's what's going through my head. I'm trying to think, what do they mean? What did he protect, really?
Yeah,
but he's
his wallet.
yeah he stopped paying the people who were providing Elvis with the stuff he was over medicating with. No, he didn't. When he saw his son sick and struggling and being dunked in ice water, did he say, "This is enough"? No.
Yeah, or turning the check
Turn him in.
over to Priscilla after Elvis died.
Yeah,
Do you believe in the ice water? I know it has nothing to do with this. I'm sorry, but do you believe in the ice water story?
I do.
I I do too.
I don't believe it's always how it's portrayed in the
Mm.
conversations that happened
Seems
subsequent.
like it's in a different room each time. The way he told it on with well, we know, Bonnie and Clyde. The way
Bonnie.
Donnie and Bonnie, yeah, that's right, Donnie and Bonnie. Um, the way he told it this time, he was like in the bedroom. But I always thought it was like, well, I guess what I'm doing is
It's
I'm
in the
taking
bedroom
off the movie.
Tell me,
because in the Elvis movie shows it in the.
Yeah, in the hallway
But
or
then
something.
my God, you've got to pump this man up with adrenaline to get him on stage. That's a problem. And I know some people will say, "Well, Elvis wanted to work." I don't give a shit. Who gives a shit enough about you at some point to say, "Hey, baby, you're too sick to do this anymore"?
yeah.
Well,
Well, the Colonel didn't give a shit.
none of them did. Who would have paid for stuff?
Hmm.
Didn't they have insurance for that back then? I mean, if you were sick and you couldn't,
That's a really good question.
yeah, but
It's like a touring yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of times in the riders that they write between the venue and all that, that's usually put in the rider
yeah.
that they must carry. Or you know what it is? I think the hotels carry insurance like that.
yeah,
Yeah, the venues. You're right, Joe.
It'd be nice to
I
get.
know that when we had people come to the hotel to stay, we had specific requirements, and they had to happen. If they didn't happen, then we would be penalized. Like if Neil Diamond didn't have his unfiltered Camel cigarette sitting next on his nightstand when he got home from the show that night. Guy smoked unfiltered Camel cigarettes.
No.
did anybody
Jesus.
else ever come up and talk about this story?
With the ice water story?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
yeah. See,
But
When did I hear
now
it
I
from?
gotta know. Now I gotta find out. Just add it to my list. I've been
all
never.
right. I'm sorry.
No, it's a good. I want to know. Yeah.
Didn't we just talk on another show not too long ago that we thought maybe the story was bullshit?
I've always believed it.
Yeah. No, I
I've believed it, but I think it's really been enhanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it happened as dramatically as it's being portrayed.
maybe a cold washcloth.
And I laid my hand on his forehead just before we dunked him in the ice.
What was that?
Be right back. I got rent to pay. Give me 5 minutes.
Oh, did I try to call Larry Gelly? My email is still screwed up, so I was trying to get to with Amy that we can get a hold of him that way.
Let me write that down.
You know who's got a new book coming out or is out? would be
Who?
kind of interesting is Susan Henning.
Who?
Susan Henning.
She's got another book coming out.
Yeah. If you know who she is, Joe,
No.
she's that blonde, that real hot blonde in 16 Special.
The bordello scene.
Yeah, the bordello scene
Oh yeah.
where
Little,
they're flirting.
little Mermaid.
She's
Oh,
nibbling on his ear, and
she's hot. She's
Mhm.
hot.
She is a smoke show.
She's a smut show.
I was 10, but I was 18 by the time that show was over.
How?
Before I got through watching, of course, it wasn't in the show anyway. So that's
I know Larry talks about it in both books, and Larry has told the story about the ice water.
Yeah, but who else talks?
But who else talks about it? That's it.
yeah, that's true.
I've always
Kind of got the interview sidetracked the other day. In both interviews, he's told that story each time.
Oh, he always does. That's the dramatic story that he tells.
That and laying his hand on the forehead. I was the last person.
Oh,
you know what? I shouldn't. I like Larry. He's a
I
nice
love
guy.
Larry.
You know, I shouldn't make fun of him, but I'll put it this way. I don't mean it as fun because he is a very entertaining person, and he's got a lot of flair there.
Nice.
It got kind of old at first, but then when I started really getting to know who Larry was, I have a whole different opinion.
Well, there's nothing wrong. I mean, we like Larry, but there's nothing wrong with looking at the stories. You know,
And hearing them.
stories have really been, blown up. We're not saying he's lying. We're just
No, I
saying,
think it happened, but I don't think the dramatics around it. I
Right.
think those have grown.
right. Well, there was other people in that room. Where the hell are they?
He
I
said,
think Joe talks about it somewhere.
yeah. Joe Esposito?
Yeah. Might have been on Definitive Elvis, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but I
we
know
watched.
she was alluded to it at some point, but I just don't know when.
I'm surprised a lot of others didn't grab on the story, and because you know how they do that.
Well, it's a story that would elicit sympathy for Elvis, and who's going to talk about that?
Well, Baz did. He put it in his movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Baz researched that movie so intensely for years before he ever talked to people.
Really?
Yeah.
For years. He started talking to Joel in 2018 about that.
He started buying rights to. He bought the rights to that book, The Colonel, and it written by Dickerson. He bought the rights to that through Sony 6 years before the movie even started production.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He did his work on that movie, so the fact it's in that movie, I think he's forced to. Not to say, I believe Larry, but the fact it made it to that. And I know people have a problem with that movie, but it was not a documentary.
Yeah.
Some scenes were conglomerated together for time purposes, and I'm sorry, every single person in Elvis's life wasn't talked about, but that would be a 20-part Netflix series. So
I got so tired of hearing people say, "Well, they didn't talk about Lydia Thompson. They didn't talk about this person. They didn't talk." Well, geez, if you want that, you're going to wind up with a 25-part movie.
And it just shows you how self-important those people were to get pissed about that.
Yeah.
Not to go, oh my God, this is going to introduce him to a whole new, which it has.
Yeah.
I mean, it revitalized the, people coming to, new generations coming to see Graceland. They couldn't see how it was going to be good for Elvis. It was, I wasn't talked about. I wasn't important enough.
Yeah.
Or some people say, well, they.
Got two things I got to do. Well, first, let's do this. And then this.
This is all for entertainment purposes only. Our comments are our opinions only. We make no claims as to fact, and the viewer should make their own opinions. All opinions are welcome on Elvis-A-Z. Thank you for your support.
You know what I was thinking about after you played something like that? Because we swear so much. It was like almost in a half dream that you put something up saying, on the website or something, we cuss. Because we can cuss.
Oh, I made a little disclaimer in our Inside the Studio the other day when we were playing the X-rated version of Stranger in My Hometown for the Inside the Studio. And just before it started, I created a claimer that if you're offended by this, or Aunt Tilda is, send her out for coffee, or if
you want to believe Elvis never cussed.
Yeah.
I like Melissa's comment because that one's awesome.
Who was it told me that he cussed like a trucker when he was?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But some people are like, no, he never did. Yes, he did.
You know, I don't swear any other time, but when I'm with you, I mean, when I'm with Cam,
So you're saying we're the bad influence?
Cam.
Yeah, you know, for a while when I first started this channel, when there would be swearing going on, people would say, "Why?" You know, I was offended because you swear. Then finally, I started responding to these comments. Well, did you must not like Elvis?
Yeah.
Because Elvis swore like a sailor behind the scenes. I've got proof of it.
But also, they're just words, and words have the power that you give them or you don't give them.
You know, I looked it up, and I'm sorry, don't get upset with me. I looked at the cussing in the Bible. There's nothing in the Bible that says,
No, I don't think
It says idle words.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not something for me to get upset about. We're not talking
Melissa
about
has a question. This is off topic, but I wanted to ask before I forget. Does anyone have the potluck sessions?
I do.
I don't have it, and Elvis says something before I take, and I'm interested to hear how he says it. Okay.
Yeah, let me email me, Melissa. Do you have it, Amy?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, email me, Melissa.
I'm interested.
I'll get you what you need.
I need to know.
Just a little bit off topic. The best line in that interview the other day with Larry was when Karen asked about the defending Elvis Presley. He goes, "What's that?"
It was like Louis.
I'm not familiar with that.
One more thing, please,
He
people.
didn't know who Louis was or anything.
We're not dissing Larry.
No, Larry's.
We don't believe he's
railroaded. He can't even see it.
We're just not dissing him, so please don't say
Yeah,
that.
no, this has nothing, and I make that clear in any of my videos I put up. Nothing to do. In fact, I defended him and mentioned the disrespect that they showed towards him.
Right.
They did. I mean, she kept interrupting them, and it's just anyway.
But the fans want to know. Who cares? Larry's protective of Elvis.
Right.
Yeah, and then they got on the definition of addiction. Addiction is you could be addicted to prescription. You could be addicted to cigarettes. You could be addicted to mushrooms. You could be addicted to anything.
Elvis.
Yeah, you could be addicted. Yeah, you get addicted to Elvis. You know, so and they're trying to take that whole deal. Anyway.
Well, she's barking on the addiction thing because she said it in multiple interviews in the 90s. So now she's trying to distance herself from her own words. I'm sorry, baby. It doesn't work like that with the internet.
Yeah,
I'd like to see
forever. It's there forever.
Not the 90s anymore, Bookie, when you was traveling around signing books. We can find it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've said things before, and I always worry about it coming back and biting me. You know,
I mean what I say, and I'll say it to your face. So.
It's funny how the only testimony out there about him being an abusive person, and I'm taking out maybe verbiage or yelling about being and she makes it sound like she was beat almost. She's the only witness.
Nobody was doing street fentanyl in the 90s. Joe, you know that. There was just fentanyl was not available like that.
I didn't see that in Buddy. I just didn't, but I'm not his wife.
Yeah.
You know.
God, you wouldn't be on my show, that's for sure. Danny remains protector, witness, loyal companion until the very end.
You would not let her come on this show if I was able to interview her on this show. You would not let her come on?
I never said I wouldn't.
No,
I said she wouldn't do it.
Oh.
With me? You think she'd come on live with me?
I don't think. Maybe me now. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give her props if she does, but just the flapping of the gums ain't going to do no good for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been emailing her here and there, but I haven't gotten an email lately.
I mean, we've opened it up to Louis too, but we know he won't come on here because he won't even talk to a neighbor walking down the street, walking his dog.
Well, he did say that he might do the interview, but then I think we did something and he got angry again.
Yeah, I guess she did an interview with Joe Sid last night. So
he's too busy looking at my TikTok account right now.
But while we're on the subject of that fucking idiot, to add on to the disclaimer, we all know that he's here watching the channel because when he did his little walk along on the beach, if you don't watch the channel, how the hell do you know how Joe moves, talks, and reacts? So as do we.
Yeah, he sits here and soaks it up.
What do you,
So
Yeah, he
I was
With
gonna
you.
say he's the only exception that can't understand the disclaimer to understand that it's our opinion,
Mhm.
because you need to have a brain to understand that other people have an opinion.
what do you
What would you
So
do with a brain if you had one?
uh,
say about
thank if he had one, he'd probably drop dead because he wouldn't know what to do with it.
Be an information overload.
what did he
Yeah.
say about me?
Yeah, no,
he,
he was
he just says you just sit there and you don't really say much, and you kind of
You just agree and nod your head,
yeah,
chew your gum, and chew your gum.
I agree
yeah,
with something because I agree with it.
yeah.
yeah, and he says you got the nicest energy of all of us. You like Santa Claus.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, your Father Christmas,
I know. When I heard that one, I thought I better be good because I'll lose it.
and Cam is something Pluto.
I'm Pluto, but I'm the most vile and disgusting. I love that title.
Amy
I,
hasn't gotten one yet. Still, have you?
No, he's more worried about stalking my TikTok account and what color my lipstick is. He's
Uh,
very busy. He's very busy. Yeah.
well,
Yeah, and he
Like,
does it.
I'll just have to post all the messages where he told me how good I looked and how pretty my hair was. And
That closet door is
it's
a
like
really
a boy
hard
that you don't want to go out with and then they insult you. Like, that's what he's doing. Well, now I don't like
thing.
you at all. Well, good. Don't. I don't want. But here's the thing. I don't want you to think I'm attractive. It would repulse me.
He's having a hard time getting that closet door unlocked.
I know.
but the nicest part of that whole video was that for 65% of the time, all we heard was Gale Force wins, and we saw.
Yeah. And when he really started to go at me, it went.
Yeah, and I was like, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Amy, I think you're attractive.
Thanks, Joe.
No
You
problem.
were looking at me, Joe.
No, I wasn't. I was looking at.
I just,
He's got his head this way. Yeah.
I did not. I wasn't looking at you.
look at him. He doesn't know how to turn his head down.
I'm trying to get it down to where I look.
No, the other way.
No,
All right, let's get back to the book. Let's get serious.
How's this guy? He's not even convicted of a crime, and he's defending himself as though he was convicted
I
of the
know
crime.
that's the craziest thing. Like he gets so triggered so easily, and he's easy to where he's at now was done intentionally. He doesn't even get that.
Yeah.
I'd love
His
to see
rage and
him
his
in.
veins popping out his neck and his. We got you there, buddy. So thanks for watching.
I'd love to see him in the fucking interrogation room with a.
They'd have to put a bucket underneath his chair.
Yeah, he'd have a stroke.
The world I took off from. One of Riley's greatest lines, the world I'd taken off from was not the same one I landed in. This perfectly describes traumatic loss. Grief creates alternate reality. Everything physically remains, yet existence feels fundamentally altered. The reoccurring 7-Eleven imagery is brilliant. Ordinary life continues while personal apocalypse unfolds.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie as a mythic figure. Riley's description of Lisa Marie becomes almost mythological. That's kind of an interesting.
yeah.
He was like a character from the Greek myths. You know, they used to always say Elvis was like a Greek god.
Yeah, that one statue that looked well. It does look.
One that looks like David.
David.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. You can see Elvis anywhere. I hear Elvis every day. I hear somebody mention Elvis has left the building. Every day. Elvis
You can't go a day without it. Yeah.
Elvis never left.
Yeah, Susan Henney's still living. Yeah, Elvis never left. You did people. Some people see him in their cookies when they cook them. Some people see him in situations you don't want to see him in.
Trees.
Yeah.
I've seen him in trees. Oh, eggs. Yeah, pork chops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember somebody had Elvis toast forever and they had it like encased in a.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Which one?
There was one lady had a potato chip, so she pulled it out. It had the profile of Elvis. I go, I cut this for you, lady. Just hand it. I'm hungry. I'll eat that sucker right now. A potato chip.
I like the ones you know that they screwed with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, they screwed with it.
so obvious. This is crucial. The memoir ultimately frames Lisa Marie not merely as celebrity, Elvis's daughter, addict, tragic figure, but as emotionally enormous, almost elemental, like storms, thunder, fire, overwhelming force. This echoes earlier descriptions of Elvis himself. The Presley family becomes mythic in emotional scale.
That's true.
Yeah.
But with great genius comes great emotion and great happiness and sadness and anger and love and all of it.
I
Yeah, the
hate it when
weird.
they say the word Presley curse, but in some aspects you almost have to.
It is. It's like a running theme of thread.
Yeah,
I mean, Lisa
What
even said, you know,
yeah. What were you gonna say, Cam?
um when you were talking now about the curse, something popped into my mind. What's the term that they use when they say you're able to entertain two opposing points of view in the same mind? What do they
two things
call
can
it?
be true.
Yeah, there's a terminology they call that.
Yes.
I
And
you know what? I can't remember. But I
that's
know what you
exactly
mean.
now what you've
Yeah,
described. It's like
Amy. Yeah, Amy said it too.
in a certain sense we don't like to talk about it because in a way it's wrong, but in the other sense there is some form of truth to it.
Yeah, you're torn between a rock and a hard place. You don't know which way to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can think of as far as an analogy.
No, there's a
Um,
specific psychological term
yeah, and I could
they
see that. I
use.
could see her life was like almost like being between a rock and a hard place. Damned if she does,
Yeah.
damned if she doesn't. She was
Hmm.
going to be criticized, so in some aspects that turned her into the woman that we love.
She wrote a
She,
song
she
about it
didn't give a shit what anybody thought of it.
What song?
it's called Sticks and Stones.
Yep.
You
Tell
can
them,
take,
tell them
take
all to
my
go to hell.
place. You can take my place. You do it better anyway, but you better hide your bones from all the sticks and stones so they don't break.
Yeah, dichotomy.
Hmm.
And then there's a line in there, too bad she ain't just like her daddy. Oh, what a shame. I mean, she knew what people said about her.
Were there
Hmm.
any other songs on her CDs that was about her daddy?
There was Nobody Noticed It. That's a really good one. And applies to her now, too.
Oh, that's a good
One
song.
or two. Which CD?
First one.
Yeah.
Which one?
The first
Nobody noticed.
Nobody
Oh
Noticed.
yeah.
First one?
I need to pull those out, put them on the radio show.
That's great music.
We need to do a feature of just Lisa Marie. We'll do it on on the anniversary, either on her birthday. Well, we could do it on both, on her birthday and the anniversary passing. We'll do the radio show all Lisa Marie.
She's such a
Mm.
fantastic lyricist. I mean,
We can
A
play.
unique voice when she does "Dirty Laundry." I know it's a cover for her, but
she does that song so good.
mm,
I love her. I'm obsessed with her. I'll say it.
No.
That's supposed to be such a bad thing. Get a new insult, Lewis, because another YouTuber said that about me too. That's an old one.
You're
I'm
addicted.
bored with it.
Yeah. Let's emphasize that again. Lewis.
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 all right. I just realized I put my phone on mute.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I just want to, because my daughter was going to message me when she's 30 minutes out, and I'm going to place the dinner order.
You know, you were saying about playing her music on her, her death day or something like that. We can play it anytime we want.
But I mean, a whole show is what I'm talking
Go
about.
to her.
We play her all the time. We do Lights Out and To Whom It May what's the other one? Lights Out and
SOB.
yeah, SOB, and there's another one that Kyle always requests. But yeah, I love Lights Out. I started the show a few times with Lights Out. That's just I crank it like hell in here, man.
I just like SOB because she writes like I do.
A lot of her
We'll,
struggle. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll,
it's
we'll,
all from here. Yeah.
we'll keep it under the water for a while, but fucking when that dragon is ready to come out, it comes out. in a big
A
way.
lot of her struggles were because Elvis passed when she was so young, not just because he was her father.
Exactly.
But she doesn't remember that. I don't
Yeah. I
understand.
mean, it was losing a parent. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And shout out to Danny Smith for doing the video he did yesterday because it's about time somebody said it.
Oh, really? I got to see this.
You got to check it out. It's not a real long,
Not a long one, but it gets the point across.
but it's a great story about Lisa Marie, and he also addresses the whole other issue about
She didn't know. She was too little. She didn't remember anything.
Bullshit. I can remember my parents having full out cussing wars, telling each other how they hate each other, and I was sitting outside in the hall, and I was 2.5 years old. I spoke to my dad about that the other day, and he was absolutely mind blown that I could remember that, because I described to him what the house looked like. I described to him what the hall looked like that I was sitting in. I could even tell him what wooden carvings were on the door of their bedroom.
Mhm.
And when I told him that, I was like, how old was I when that happened? And he was like, shit, you were no older than 3. I said, well, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good memories from 3.
my parents, I don't remember them ever arguing. Never remember hearing them. They were very good about keeping it away from us. But I do remember, and I was 6 years old because I remember what house we were living in. So I was no older than 6, maybe 7 at the most, because we moved out of the house when I was 7. I remember laying there in bed, and my mom and dad's bedroom opened up, and my mom come out crying. And she went down the hall, and I got up, and I asked her, "You all right, Mama?" And she just said, "Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just not feeling well." And I did hear a little few voices, but there was no yelling at that before that occurred. So over a period of time, that to me is like the only argument I know of them my entire life, other than when they got older and they were like, "You spending money again?" You know.
I think you're also, I'm sorry. I think you also remember something that you did that you got a spanking for. That's something
Oh,
I forget about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
remember
a spanking one more time for not getting the right size of switch. My mom wanted me to get off the tree.
Sure have done that too. Yeah.
I come into the house with this little twig
No,
like this. I thought it was going to be funny. She says, "I'll be right back." She came out with this big old switch and just hit me. She never hit me more than 2 or 3 times, and she would always do it on the leg.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, that's abuse. you know.
My dad,
No, abuse is when you repeatedly do it over and over and over. That's abuse.
Abuse is if they hit you once with a switch.
I don't agree with that. But I agree that it's well.
Yeah.
I different. I'm the person I am today because of the way my parents punished me. The kids today that don't get punished, just take a look at the difference.
If you came in the ER with something like that happened to you, I'd call the cops like that. Well, you'd have to.
Okay, my mother never punished me to the point where I had to go to the hospital. She never punished me to the point where I was bleeding. So that's abuse to me, is when they
That leaves
do
a
something where they overuse their strength. That's abuse to me. Taking a switch, swat me on the leg that I had pants on, was more of a shock treatment.
Amy,
All right, so
Amy, don't leave me hanging.
No, I'm just saying, if you have marks, that's one thing. I mean, that's where it takes it over the line.
yeah, and
I have my feelings about spanking, but then I'd have to get into my whole childhood, and I just don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
However, I do not spank. I do not spank. I have not spanked my children, but they are disciplined in other ways, and they are more disciplined through consequences.
yeah.
Okay, don't choose to do this, but fuck around and find out. And then don't come to me then when you fucked around and indeed found out, because I tried to tell you and you didn't want to listen.
Yeah, there's got to be some form of
And even
punishment.
when they're little, like when they would fight me about wearing a coat when they were 3. Okay, well, you don't have to wear a coat in Ohio winter, 20 degrees, but don't tell mommy when you're cold. Mommy tried to tell you to put your coat on.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I want shorts on too.
I agree with Amy, because when I was a kid, one of the times I visited my dad, one of the few times I got to spend with him as a kid, as a child, he gave me an ass whooping one time, and I knew why, because my dad always had this thing about his bedside table and his wardrobe. You don't go in there without permission. right? So the adults had left the house, and we, as the stepbrothers and the children, were left at home because the oldest one was 16 and we were being looked after and all the rest of it. And I remember at one stage, something about a flashlight came into the equation. And I piped up and I said, "Oh, I know my dad has a flashlight in his side table, in his side dresser. I'll go get it." Dumbass over here goes into the bedroom, leaves the door open. But when you open the front door of the house, you look straight down the passage and you look into the bedroom where my dad and them slept, and whose side of the bed is in front of the door? My father's. So dumbass here, don't close the door. I promptly go on my knees and I put myself head and shoulders into the dresser side table, and I'm scratching in the dark for the flashlight. The next minute I just felt this god awful burn on my ass, and my father was like,
Ooh.
"What are you doing in here? I told you, you are not and he literally gave me like 3 spankings until I got out of there. And I tell you, I was about 7 when that happened. My dad never ever had to spank me again, but what he did do as a teenager, when I never used to listen to him, he'd go into my outside room. Unknown to me, he had a spare key. Well, obviously, it was his house. I get home after a night on the town with my friends, only to see, oh, my guitar is not in my room, my amplifier is not in my room, my radio is not in my room, and my CD rack is not in my room.
Yeah.
I'm in a panic because I've been robbed, because I didn't lock the door, only to wake my dad up. He said, "No, no, no. I've been talking to you about this issue for the last 3 weeks. You don't want to listen? You'll get your music stuff back when I deem fit." It wasn't 10 days. I was literally begging my dad on my hands and
Yeah.
knees. And he never, ever had to discipline me again.
I got to tell you my story then. I was really young and I remember this very well. My mom was crazy about her house and she liked white. Well, we had this big long stairway and it was all white. And for some reason they weren't here, and I had 3 other brothers older than me. And we decided to have like the ball fight back and forth, try to hit
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Somebody's down there, somebody's up there. Well, back then the shoes, they had that big, thick black sole.
Black. Yeah.
Well, we were
Mm.
off the wall, and she came home, and we didn't think that she would even see these big, long black marks in her beautiful white hallway. So she says, "Who did this?" We said, "I don't know."
Nobody. It's always nobody, or we don't know. But the
Yeah.
day comes
I
if
know.
I don't know as a mother, I'm going to have a word with I don't know because
Yeah.
She says to us, she said, "I want and I want you to leave your pants on." Well, she made us wait there for at least 3, 4 hours, and that is what was killing us.
Mhm.
For her to come up the stairs. So my 2 brothers said, "Well, oh, she's not going to come up. We'll be being punished now." So they put their pants on. I'm leaving my pants off. She comes up, and a lot of people might say this is abuse, but she comes up, and my 2 older brothers are going, trying to get their pants off.
Mhm.
So she takes them out and she checks if I have mine on, and I'm just crying.
Oh, Jojo.
I was really young, and so she made them 2 get up, lean next to the furniture, and they got an ass whooping. Could be abuse now as well, but I'll never forget that. I was so scared.
Yeah, the waiting was wait till
Yeah.
wait till your dad gets
Anticipation.
home. If your dad was going to deal with you, that was like, just go ahead and beat me now. I'll just take it.
Get it over with, please. Yeah.
All right, so the funeral is celebration. The Graceland funeral sequence is remarkably different from earlier death scenes. It's unlike Elvis's funeral or Ben's funeral. This one contains joy, music, dance, friends reunited, love, community. Why? Because Lisa Marie herself taught them to grieve communally. This mirrors the grief pod after Ben's death. The funeral becomes mourning, celebration, reunion, continuation, not merely burial. That's a lot to say. That
I know she had it in her advance directive for her funeral to don't make it sad.
Yeah, I remember
We'll
that.
reference that to the ship, but it was fucking sad.
Yeah, I don't understand how he.
I know that's what she wanted, but I remember it was this out of body experience. First of all, because like I'd been to Graceland obviously before,
Yeah.
but I just realized, and I was so Lisa focused that I didn't comprehend, like, oh, there's going to be celebrities performing here. Like, that didn't even. So I remember standing there, freezing to death, opening up the program, like, why the fuck's Axl Rose here? And the guy was dating.
Yeah, that's
surprising. And he was like, babe, because I was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess. Like, it didn't even dawn on me it was going to be some kind of celebrity, because it was just about her. So I'm like, I'm standing on the front lawn of Graceland, and the Blackwood brothers are singing Sweet, Sweet Spirit.
Ooh.
And Axl Rose is literally playing piano, singing November Rain in front of me. Like, I think I left my body a couple times. It was
what
just.
What did Alanis sing? Alanis
Morissette and Billy Corgan. Yeah.
I loved it. I recorded the whole thing. I've got the whole thing on tape. I
blacked out a lot of times, but it was just so surreal. It was surreal. And then the night before, they'd had the private funeral the night before, and we were just in the, hi, Amy. We were in the guest house and just seeing all them. You know, Billy Corgan walks right up next to me holding his guitar at the bar. So you want to have this fangirl 90s Smashing Pumpkins Billy Corgan moment, but you're not going to do that because he's grieving his friend.
Yeah.
So I just went, oh my God, I need to swim. Because you didn't want to be like, oh my God, can I get your picture? Because you're grieving your friend.
Yeah.
And Zoe Kravitz walked in. I mean, it was crazy.
Lenny Kravitz did?
Zoe Kravitz's daughter.
Oh, okay.
And then Fergie's walking through it was nuts. It was crazy.
I can't believe you went.
You can't believe
I would have. If I could have gone, I would have been there in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't have missed it. It worked out because they had lost my reservations for a birthday at the Holiday Inn, so they owed me a room. So I ended up using that room to go.
Yeah, I would have gone. Yeah, because I'm only 6 hours from there, and I would have gone there in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't have missed it.
All right. It's just sad. I'm thinking about the whole thing. One
time I dreaded going there. I dreaded getting in the car. I dreaded packing the car, driving. I just dreaded the entire. Like, this is weird. I'm always excited to go to Graceland.
And then out walks Priscilla. It took her forever to get out there, so she had the dramatic entrance, and she reads what she got to say from her phone. It was Harper's poem. It wasn't even hers. Are you freaking kidding me? I shouldn't watch that. Oh, never mind. Thank you for coming. Get the fuck out of here.
Is this Priscilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead ones here.
Home?
Yeah. She comes out there, and first of all, I timed all how long it took between each act. It wasn't real long.
Not her.
I mean, each person, but her, it was like 2.5, 3 times longer.
You should have seen what was going on the sidelines before they got up there. I got video of it. So they're trying to line up on the side to go through the house out the front door. And Priscilla's back there with Harper with her phone out. And they're trying, I guess, finalize things. Or maybe Priscilla's telling her, take this out, whatever. So the whole family walks off, including 𝗑𝗏𝗀. And then one of the people point back, like, go get your mom. So you see him like this. And he goes back and gets her. And like, come on, it's time to go. Now, don't you think you would have lined that up maybe, I don't know, right before you go to have be seated for the actual funeral?
Well, don't you think you should do that from your heart?
Yeah.
Like you're a politician.
Yeah.
Someone wrote it for you.
And when she got up there and said, oh, I can't believe how many people are here, my non-filtered mouth, I thought I was having an internal dialogue, but I said, this bitch is going to want to be buried here. And everybody was like, oh, I'm like, and my boyfriend at the time was like, you said that out loud.
She infuriates me every
I could
single
see
day.
her face light up like, I want this public adoration for myself. Because she's not only asking for the burial, she's asking for a public ceremony on the front lawn of Graceland too. People should be pissed off about that.
That's what she said?
I can't believe people are here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And let's not forget about the forced little piece of emotion that she tried to push out.
Her hearts are broken.
I think they clogged her tear ducts when they put all that plastic in there.
All the oils up in there, yeah.
Has Riley said anything about her being buried?
The only thing I know of is right now it's just like it's going to be to the best of her ability to be able to, or something along that.
She said on Oprah asked her about it. She's like, well, of course, if she wants to, and just kind of laughs it off. But the key part is, it does not say Riley has to apply for additional zoning.
Yeah.
It just says to the best of Riley's ability.
Well, what do you guys think? I mean,
well, it's too bad that Priscilla won't be surprised when she finds out she's not going to be buried there after she dies. Because I'd like to
I
see that
hope
person.
to God that Riley, when that time comes, that Riley remembers hearing the anguish in her mother's voice on those tapes, and she makes the decision according to that.
I think it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah, they can bury her there outside at the back of the barn, ass up. That's cool.
Well, then you would be disturbing son, though, so
I do
Oh
not
yeah,
remember getting a
you have
small.
to
oh
go
yeah.
over, away from the barn.
she can
I
be
don't
buried
know.
there, but still wake up in hell.
Yeah.
Maybe down the well. Or do
Yes.
they still use that well?
It's not.
They've got it sealed over.
That's not a well. That white well that
What is it?
going up the driveway. No, there's piping in there. If you look inside, it's piping.
They don't let you look anymore. They've got it. They got it concreted. It makes like a table now.
It's piping. I think some of it was for the pool and all that crap. It's.
Joe, so where's the well where they burned the books?
I have no idea, but I went over and looked in it.
Ooh.
So you went before they covered it over.
Yeah, no. Because a lot of people were also saying that's how you got into the tunnel.
But it doesn't exist.
Well, there is a tunnel, though.
Is there a tunnel?
No, there's not a
Because
tunnel.
you got me, my whole face. I'm gonna go find it. And I'm gonna call.
Oh wait, I gotta have him
Leave it to Amy.
into the tunnels.
You see me coming out with like the scraps of the burnt books, holding them above my head. Like I found them, you guys.
Oh wow!
It comes out by A to Z about the tunnel at Graceland. Details at 6.
Mm-hmm. Elvis fan stuck in a tunnel. Underneath.
Skeleton found.
They'll be hanging me food and water down, and yeah.
Yeah, no, there's just pipes in there.
Amy, it's so good to see you here. I know you're studying super hard for your NCLEX.
Yeah. Oh, Amy's here. Hey, Amy.
Yeah, she's here.
Welcome to the show.
Amy agreed.
Who sung that song? Welcome to the Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Welcome to the show. There was a song that starts up. That's from the Brain Salad Surgery album, I think.
Yeah.
Great album.
I was gonna say, my God, you listen to Appetite for Destruction? Because when you said welcome, I thought you were referring to Welcome to the Jungle. I was gonna be like, whoa!
We're different generations there, right? Yeah, I'm talking about the early 70s. 70. What was California Jam? That was 1974.
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, Rick.
Thank you for reminding me that.
Rick
I was still in the ether.
California Jam was in 1974, and it was held at Ontario Speedway. And so I was 16 years old, and one of my buddies got some tickets to go. It was a 2.5 day affair. Aerosmith, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Bad Company, just a shitload of bands. But one cool thing was Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and I can't remember which one plays the keyboards. Was that Palmer or whoever played the keyboard? So they had this grand piano up on a spindle, and they strapped him to the bench at the piano, and as he played, the piano went like this.
Wow.
Motley Crue.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this thing, and you're talking about close to 500,000 people, so they looked about like this big, but we could still make out what was it because I had a really good pair of binoculars, and seeing him spin. But when the show was over Sunday afternoon, we finally found our car Tuesday morning.
Wow.
Parking was horrendous. Finally, we were sitting there. We go, we're going to have to find a phone to call somebody because we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, cell
We were
phone.
sitting there, and we're going, well, man, I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. And I look over the corner and said, well, there's a car parked over there. Why don't we go see if they got food? So we walked to the car, and it's my freaking car.
I went to a Motley Crue concert, and they used to like doing that too.
Yeah.
They with the drums. I forget the guy's
Yeah,
name.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
So when I was there, it was on a track, and he had an acrylic plate that the drums and he is on. So it goes over top of me. He was wearing like a bikini bottoms type thing. So I look up, and there's his ass.
Oh, really?
He moved over.
Nice.
Bikini bottom. Here I'm looking up there. Says,
He wore nothing. Yeah.
never thought that would happen in my life. But
Yeah,
You see Tommy Lee's ass over your head. Amy saw Motley Crue in Vegas. I saw them once.
oh,
Yeah, Tommy Lee went to school with my brothers at their school, South Hills High School.
you're
Really?
They weren't in the same
I
class,
love
but they
Motley Crue.
knew. He was pretty popular around there for headbanging music. He was in a band or something. I'd never known him until the band came out. But my brothers told me one day, yeah, he was at our school. I know him.
Oh,
Yeah,
you never
he had a band, and then with other people. Was it Mick Mars? Him and Mick Mars were together, and
Yeah.
then they brought other people in and made Motley Crue.
You never know where this show's going to go.
You just don't know.
No.
Yeah. All right. So, this beer. Okay. So we read that Riley's eulogy, the emotional core of the entire memoir. The eulogy may be the single most important passage in the book because it finally strips away mythology, celebrity, public identity, and reveals Lisa Marie as mother. The details are devastatingly intimate. God, I got to get my glasses clean. I'm sorry, guys. Tea sets, lunch. What'd you say, Amy?
I gotta get new ones. I can tell these are.
They're all scratched up. I got new ones. I just got to figure out where I put them. I need glasses to find them. The details are devastatingly intimate. Tea sets, lunchbox notes, forehead touches, cuddling, lullabies, ice cream trips. The memoir's ultimate argument becomes Lisa Marie Presley's greatest achievement was love. Not fame, not music, not survival, love.
Nice. Really nice. Yeah.
We are you. One of the most profound lines in the eulogy. That's the one thing about putting these together. I always come up with this is the most profound. This is the most intimate. This is. I'll just laugh about it. We are you. And in all transparency, I take the notes and everything that we did last week, and I have ChatGPT just break them down to bullet points. So I'm being honest with that. I didn't use my phone to do it. I just typed it in. But this is from the book. One of the most profound lines, we are you, you are us. The line summarizes the memoir's entire philosophy of family. Identity continues across generations emotionally and spiritually. Throughout the book, Elvis lives through Lisa Marie lives through Riley, Ben through Tupelo, grief through memory, love through presence. The memoir ultimately rejects emotional extinction.
Goodness.
You know, it was a roller coaster of a book.
It was a roller coaster of a life.
Yeah.
You know?
Good point.
I hate to bring it up, but has anybody ever written almost a true book, or at least close to it, about Priscilla? Not her.
Child Bride.
Jesus, that was a fucking eye opener.
Which one?
Child Bride.
Oh, Child Bride.
Did you write it?
Yeah, I read it this last year.
Who?
Yeah, Suzanne Pinstead. She started as a book about Priscilla, like a definitive biography. And Priscilla was working with her at first on it. Well, then she started finding out Priscilla was full of shit. And started talking to other people. And then Priscilla wanted nothing to do with it. But, I mean, she interviewed a lot. She interviewed people in Germany, Mike Edwards. Did she get Mike Stone? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so. She tried it.
Autographed copy of that. She autographed that book for me. She thought she was autographing Elvis and me.
That'd be a cool one to get the interview tapes for.
Mm-hmm. I remember back in the day, my wife read it before I did, and she knew my stance on Priscilla. And she reads a book in like 40 minutes. She reads like Rick reads, speed read. She'll take like 4 books at the library, and before the end of the day, they're gone. And when I'm talking books, they like fucking books. They would take me a year. Anyway, she read the book, and when she was done with the book, she was like, "You don't really like Priscilla much, do you?" And I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "You really want to hate on this woman?"
You really want to know what's in here?
She said, "Read this book." I said, "You know I don't read." She said, "Okay, I'll read it to you tonight before we go sleep." And she did. And by the middle of the book, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was.
Mm-hmm.
What a
she was the one that wrote that book. She was in some of the documentaries we did when we were doing the watch parties.
Oh, she did that Loving Elvis shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen those yet. And this was another one. It's one of those, but it was one of those funky, cheap ones that they put on, Prime or, The really badly made ones with the regurgitating of the same fucking interviews from people, you know.
Bluebell wants to know if I believe the content in Child Bride. Please make the question more specific. Specifically what content, because there's content in every book that's wrong. But as a general whole about the things about Priscilla, yes, I do.
Amy, you're the only one with a Priscilla signed copy of Child
Sure
Bride.
am. Sure am.
I know, I was laughing so freaking hard when you.
I just put the Elvis and Me dust cover over it. And I got some free tickets to Comic-Con because a friend had a booth there and she got 2 passes. And she was just doing a booth of like she was
When you said me that, I just started laughing. I go,
What a fucking
And
slick
not only
move.
that, when I got in the line and all these people were like, oh my God, Priscilla, so blah, blah, blah. I started playing the audible of Lisa's book. Like, you heard what a piece of shit mother she is?
Ooh.
And people were leaving the line. They had no idea.
wow.
So they're like, why are you here? I'm like, I have an agenda that I cannot discuss publicly. But however, just I need you to know not to worship this woman because she's a piece of shit. So
That's fucking
I was out there
slick.
at Comic-Con doing the Lord's work for Elvis.
That's fucking a slick move. Not even I would have thought of that.
Didn't she?
Melissa goes, yeah, she is. She's a queen on that,
I
man.
had the Wonder Woman Converse on when I did it too.
I can't believe she the head page. Does she sign on the other page, or with the title?
Okay, so yeah, she signs on the inside. So then I got really smart because there's the blank page, and then you can see Child Bride. You can kind of see it through it. So I took a picture of Lisa and Riley out of Lisa's book, and I put it behind there. So that way, if she flipped it, she would just see that picture, and it would distract her from going any further.
Right. Okay.
I love it. Premeditated deception.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I had to shift my focus because I was going to cut her out, but then there was a cop standing next to her the whole time.
Of course.
What a fucking brilliant move.
It's a big scaredy cat.
Well, you guys have too much fun in your life.
I just think of weird shit to do. Like,
No,
because I have, like, I'm just hanging out going,
You don't
It
say.
will really fuck her up. And I'm like, oh, to have a child, and I had her sign it to Lisa.
Well, what were you going to do? She realized.
I was going to play dumb.
Oops.
Wrong book out.
I'm
Like,
so
oh my
sorry.
God, those dust covers got switched. Yeah.
Could you sign it anyway?
And she
I
turned around and
started
walked away.
distracting her because she had on a sapphire ring and it looked like the Spreckles ring. So I was like, oh my God, this looks like the Judy Spreckles ring. And she was like, you know about that ring? Well, yes, bitch. Everybody knows about the Spreckles ring. You wore it forever. So then she started telling me how she still had it. And it was her most favorite piece of jewelry and blah, 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 blah. So then she's just flipping and telling me how pretty my hair was. And I was like, please don't scout me. Please don't drink my blood. I mean, the way Priscilla ended up being introduced to Elvis, Bluebell, I absolutely believe that. Why would Curry Grant lie about that? Is my stance on it. I mean, Curry Grant's gonna lie and make himself a pedo.
Now, he put out a book, didn't he?
I don't know that he ever did. I mean, he was a big contributor to Child Bride, but
He was in that. He was in that same documentary that I was talking about that wrote Child Bride. He was.
Yeah.
I gotta find out which one. All right, just got a little bit left on this, and we'll finish discussing this book. The golf cart ending. The final image is extraordinary. Lisa Marie's casket transported by golf cart through Graceland to Meditation Gardens. What a fitting way. The image collapses childhood, freedom, Elvis, Graceland, family, death, memory into one symbolic moment. The golf cart once represented freedom and joy. Now it becomes a funeral procession that has masterful emotional symbolism.
My God. That was incredible to think of that.
Yeah, I remember trying to envision that because, first of all, it would have to be a custom-made golf cart.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was Lisa Marie's. I would say her coffin probably weighed close to 300-400 pounds at least. The coffin itself probably weighed 300-400 pounds.
Does she have the same coffin as her father? And
I don't know.
Didn't she? The copper one? Do you know or not?
Can you hear us, Amy?
No.
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
I thought we had lost your volume, I think.
After the show conversation.
It was
okay.
One, right?
I like those.
I
Um,
like those too.
Can't be the same. If it was that light, it can't be the same one because the copper one was 900
It
pounds.
wasn't the same.
well,
And
yeah, I don't know how heavy it was. I'm just saying that a normal type of coffin, you're talking about 3, 4, maybe 500 pounds altogether. And to have a golf cart,
yeah,
I was pertaining to the aspect of having a golf cart. It would have to have been a custom made one in order to do that because
yeah.
those small golf carts would have crushed.
Well, they have those big like maintenance type golf carts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I just assumed that they used one of those.
yeah.
Whoever thought of that was really, I mean, it was a loving thing to think of. It really was. I wonder who thought of about it. Priscilla, maybe? That was a joke. It was a joke.
Golf cart, not a
Wah,
dump.
wah.
She was at the forefront of all of it.
The meaning of meditation garden. Meditation garden has existed throughout the memoir: sanctuary, death space, spiritual center, family resting place. By ending there, the memoir completes its emotional circle. Elvis, Gladys, Benjamin, Lisa Marie. The garden becomes the physical embodiment of Presley grief and continuity. Not just cemetery, family mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you look at it, you just encompass everybody's there.
Everybody.
All the different, all four, or the four generations. You got Gladys and Vernon, Elvis, Lisa Marie, and Ben.
Well, you got 5. You got Dodger.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dodgers.
I did put 5 fingers up, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot about that. Major themes: a love beyond death. The memoir insists emotional bonds survive physical loss. Grief as transformation. Grief permanently alters identity rather than ending. Maternal legacy. Lisa Marie's deepest identity is motherhood. Myth versus humanity. The memoir balances Presley mythology with intimate family truth. Emotional inheritance. Love, grief, identity passed across generations. Surrender. The chapter ultimately becomes about releasing control.
Yeah.
Historical importance. For Presley historians, hillbilly, this chapter is extraordinarily important because I had to
Jesus,
put that
the
one
way
in.
he just throws it in there.
My
Did
brain
Among
is like
you
delayed.
hear that? I thought I was just
I was
thinking
like,
that. Didn't realize I said it. I thought I was just
good
thinking that.
God, fucking Amy Nelly just about choked on her drink. Did you hear that?
like it just
Duh.
kind of like hit like a boomerang. I was like, what? Oh, God.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had heard it.
Okay, I'll do it again. For Presley historians, hillbilly cat. This chapter is extraordinarily important because it provides firsthand detail of Lisa Marie Presley's final weeks. I'm going to choke now, I'm laughing. Emotional context surviving her death. Insight into the family after Benjamin Keogh's death. Details about her funeral and burial. And Riley Keough's final interpretation of her mother. But emotionally, the chapter's deepest meaning is this. The memoir ultimately transforms the Presley story from celebrity tragedy into a multi-generational meditation on love, grief. Yeah, hillbilly kitty, that's what I call him. Into a multi-generational meditation on love, grief. I thought I muted this damn thing. A tragedy. I said that 3 times, didn't I? On love, grief, survival, and stop laughing at me. And the unbearable
I'm
cost
laughing
of
at Natalie's comment.
the gummies kicking in.
Up again.
L2WB005 takes 700.
Okay, that'd be 123 FU. Cost of feeling everything too deeply. That's the.
Wow.
Before
You
we
made it through a
begin
book.
the discussion, I want to say this. This is week 8 on this book, and I think it's the best one review. How we've handled it, how we've done it. I think this is the best one yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think the process that we do here is what's making this a good way to review books, and I'm hoping I'm setting the standard. I've never seen anybody else do it this way, and
Again,
I just love being able to because to me, we covered the whole book.
Yeah, and I think too, it's fine to do it this way in a breakdown if you have also read the book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that helps out. Yeah.
that helps out because then when there's talking points and you can reference back what you've read.
I would imagine this is also directed some people to say, "Hey, I need to read the book."
I need to read this book. There's so
Yeah.
many who haven't. I mean, those people in the line with Priscilla, they're like, we didn't know Lisa wrote a book. Are you fucking serious? And this was months after.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have read it if I
Her
wasn't.
book came out in October, and I was at the Comic Con in April, and they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, girl!"
I wouldn't have read it.
The Mike Edwards parts that made them listen to the Mike Edwards shit, and they were like, "This bitch." I'm like, "I know, right? Get out of line immediately."
I
Yeah,
would.
yeah, I know, Joe. You said that. I remember you saying that, and well, fine. I'm glad we got you to read it because
Well, it wasn't only that I it wasn't just I thought I was one of the ones, and Amy even said it. Everybody thought that she had everything, she had all this money. Why is she complaining? That was me too.
yeah,
You need to read the book.
And she didn't look after reading the book. She didn't complain half as much as she could have.
Mhm.
You know, she really could have just annihilated some people.
Went to town.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for.
no,
Thank you for having an open mind to read it as well.
yeah,
Takes a lot
yeah.
to take
That's
that viewpoint.
I've read some books that I would have never read since we started doing stuff. Amy's pointed me in a few directions of books. Cam did. I can't remember which book it was, but there was a book that he'd read, and that I thought, well, okay, I'm going to read it too. And it's just that's what's the fun part about this is I've been introduced to new things and new. I would have never read any of Larry Geller's books.
Really?
They were interesting.
Well, I had read "If I Can Dream" a while back when it first came out, but I was never interested in rereading it or even interested in the new book coming out until I would say the last few months
Mm-hmm.
of all listening to him, especially what really sold me on him is is how he handled the negativity of how he handled basically Donna and Karen
He's always been a favorite of mine.
and how you guys did it.
Because he had a relationship with Elvis that very few, if anybody else had. Elvis was able to talk to him about those things he couldn't talk to anybody else about. So he provides just a different perspective of Elvis. And then the way he handled the question when I asked about Lisa, if he'd ever connected with Lisa as an adult, and he said, "Yeah, I did, but Elvis asked me to talk about him. Lisa didn't ask me to talk about her." And I just found that so my respect went through the roof.
He was so. When I was talking to him, he was so nice and said nothing
So
but
kind.
things about Elvis, and yeah, so kind. It wasn't all about.
He's not going to get into this. Oh, are you in this camp or this? Larry is so far enlightened spiritually
Yeah,
and mentally that they can't. Shit they're asking him is stupid. I
Yeah,
mean,
he doesn't deal with the bullshit either, but he deals it but he does have to. It's a very diplomatic and respectful way.
yeah,
It's just like once again, I'm gonna go back to this interview because it was recent, but how he handled this thing was just very impressed me because I thought they were going to be able to run whatever the word
I
ram on
knew
him.
they would. Everybody was like, you got to tell Larry. I'm like, I'm not telling Larry anything. He's a grown ass man. And I know how I don't want to say like I know him, but I've communicated with him enough
Yeah,
to know that he was just not,
yeah.
he
And
was
then when
going to
he
keep.
said next question, he was done with that topic. When in that interview with Donna, I mean with Karen, it just yeah.
so I got to get an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Interview with,
But
yeah, you
the
could
one
see
that the one that Amy and Rhonda did was really good. And actually, I think that's how it got going with who, because of that. He had to show you up, but he didn't.
Oh, that's exactly why.
But it was
Everybody
such an
lives their
easy way
lives
for you
over
guys
there.
because he just handed it over to him, and he I felt sorry for you because he just kept going. But it was
I
a
enjoyed every second of it, and you could feel the love for Elvis he had through that screen. I mean,
I've seen that. Yeah,
I was in tears when he was talking.
Well, you knew he
Cam and I weren't fans for the longest time, and then he's just, I don't know how far with Cam, but for me, my perspective of him has really done a 180.
Yeah, there's
I, I my opinion of him changed after watching the video Amy did with him, because through watching him communicate like that openly,
Yeah.
I identified a lot of myself and my journey in his
Mm.
journey.
Yeah.
And once realizing those kind of things, I was like, okay, I understand why the guy's like he is. And I don't blame him for it. On the contrary, I agree with you 100%, Amy. He's like, when you get to a certain level, and I'm not putting anybody down, this is just my opinion, just the way I experience it. But when you get to a certain level, you just have that innate ability to be able to see the bullshit from the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't, it's not that you don't have the time to deal with the bullshit. It's just you don't want to.
You're
There's
not
no,
interested. Yeah.
yeah, there's no inclination. It's like, why do I have to go down to the level to deal with bullshit if I'm up here already? And
Right.
I say that with the utmost respect to people that don't understand the journey, but it's literally how it works. When you're on that level, it's like you take what enriches your life, you take that and you make it part of yourself, and it grows with you. But that doesn't add positivity and growth to your life. You're like, okay, it's like walking past an empty trash can. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
serves no purpose now, bye.
Well, you find out how nice he is and how good of a man he is when you're not talking about Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he cares about what you're saying. You know,
Cares about you as a person.
that,
He
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you could tell he did. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
yeah.
But it's like with you and Rhonda. He at the end he says, It's already been an hour."
Yeah.
So you could tell that he enjoyed the conversation with you guys.
And then afterwards, he was like, "If you guys ever need anything, reach out to me." It's a very Elvis thing to do, you know. If
Yeah.
you guys ever need anything, if you ever need me, reach out to me. And then we've had some conversations about books. He's got a great website where he's got the books up that Elvis loved the most.
Well,
And
Lamar did the
I've
same.
ordered a few, and he's very engaging in those conversations as well. And they have nothing to do with Elvis. We're just talking about,
Yeah.
what's in the books.
Well, physical problems with
Yeah.
my physical and his sons.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about Elvis. We talked about that for an hour, hour and a half.
He's,
Yeah.
he's absolutely precious.
Sorry, guys. My daughter texted, so I just wanted to order our dinner while I'm doing
Oh,
that.
can I do my show and tell real quick, Melissa? And
Yeah,
Amy?
absolutely.
Okay, let me see if I can. So this is the book that I took. So you can't tell.
Supposedly.
Yeah, right.
Dun dun dun.
You have to wait for it on eBay.
This is the actual book.
Mhm.
Me
And then
see.
you open up the very first page.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, and she made sure it was big enough too. You would
Oh,
never miss that.
holy shit.
So then you turn the page, and oh my God, it's Child Bride. Yeah.
Boy, you could get a lot of money for that one.
You think so?
We need a shirt called Sneaky Amy.
I know.
What everybody would say, what
You think I get some money for it?
everybody would say is that's fake. There's
Yeah.
no way she would sign that.
Mm-hmm.
Screw 'em.
Every
know.
time I hear that fucking word fake, I want to puke.
See, like you seriously can't. She had no way to know.
Yeah.
It was
Fucking
brilliant. Some of my finest work.
premeditated brilliance.
Mm-hmm. I love you too, Melissa.
You know,
You
so getting back to what I was saying earlier. Thank you everybody for taking a part. I recognize the same names over the weeks. So
yeah.
that's so encouraging to me and uplifting to see that you guys are enjoying it and coming back. It's not like it's a
They
bunch
look
of new
forward to
people.
it. Yeah, I've had
I
people ask me,
do.
"Are you guys doing Lisa's book this week? Are you?" Yeah, so they're interested in it. And thanks for being here for her.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to do a couple things here, and then we will be. Is it this one? Yeah, I'm gonna do some with Elvis-A-Z connection. I'm gonna do some. I got a bunch of different ideas. I'm creating the novelty part of the page. We've got the Blue Moon Crew, Blue Suede Crew. We've got and there's another collection. Oh, it's going to be Elvis A to Z stuff, and then another one is novelty stuff that's related to what happens in our shows and all that. And something comes up, and like it's a catch thing. Like we have the giblets. Hold on to your giblets things, and it's fun. And I'm going to do some for Blue Moon Radio
Fun.
and inside the studio. It's just different products because I'm going to start rolling out commercials on TikTok for it.
Mm.
And TikTok will get us a lot of traffic through the Elvis because my TikTok is Elvis. So if people see that, they're gonna say, "Damn, I can get a mug for like $10 or whatever."
Not only that,
15, $20, but
if they see it, they learn about Elvis A to Z.
yeah.
Right.
So I've got a lot planned, and I've been kind of lax the last month or so because I was just waiting on some information. Well, I said to hell with it. I'm going to call. So next, I'll put a notification out by the end of tomorrow for the Zoom meeting that's coming up Monday, and hopefully we get as many people that are part of the fan club unit so that we can start rolling some things out. I got some new product uh, improvements on the graphics. I've put a few little trademarks, like who created the graphics. I put some little, I guess they're called trademarks, the little signatures, the little initials of who created it. So I just want to make sure everybody's got the right credit.
Can I suggest my favorite book?
And I'm going to have one of me sleeping during a Zoom movie.
Can I suggest my favorite book?
Yeah.
Madonna's sex book was great.
Oh, that coffee table book? Yeah.
Actually, I've never opened mine because I always thought that would be worth something down the road.
Really?
Yeah, I've never opened it.
It's not that great.
Tell me about it.
It's just basic Madonna stuff. I mean, it's what you'd expect it to be.
Madonna. Well, all right. So this week is the replay week for Inside. The next week we're going to have a new one. We're into the movies. So if you got a request for movie songs to do on Inside the Studio, send them to me, and we'll add them to it. We are going to put in what was the song? Beach Shack.
Beach Shack, yeah.
We're going to do Beach Shack. That's a great session. He laughs so freaking hard in that. Dum de dum de dum.
Now, as I have two pickle pictures that I would like to
Pickle.
Okay, yeah, we'll get the pickle mugs, the pickles. Oh, that just screwed up now.
God, we didn't see that the whole show. We never said pickle.
We never said, well, we're talking about Lisa passing away. So.
Yeah. No, I was trying to.
But pickles always make an appearance.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid to say my opinion has changed because I always believed that if you had shit for brains, you were worth nothing. But I guess if you have shit for brains, you can sometimes get good ideas. Thanks, Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a good idea for us, definitely. That day that Amy said, "Can we make a T-shirt out of it?" And then I took the picture of him in his white T-shirt and threw "Stupid Amy" on there and posted it. So.
What good is hate if it's free?
Yeah. And Donnie Sumner's our interview for Saturday, radio show Friday night, and back to the beginning of the week again. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for last night to those who were concerned about me, because I really do. I can't tell you how much that means to me.
You scared the piss out of us.
I know.
You really did. You really, really did. You were gone from me before 40 minutes.
I didn't do it deliberately.
We're screaming over the microphone. I must have called him 7 times. We called the cops, had him stop by to see if he was okay.
Well, that explains why I kept hearing one man and 5 women calling me Rick.
Yeah, the microphone.
While I was dreaming.
Well, no.
Did you put it in your
Rick,
microphone?
didn't you hear Joe? Rick!
Yeah. Screaming. We all screamed at the same time. I even took, it's probably the microphone's like today. I was doing that into my microphone, trying to wake his ass up.
Melissa's got a good question. Has anyone read the Elvis Desert Storm book? It's a Darren Lee book. If anybody, I beg you, if anybody out there has it on PDF, I would.
I keep watching for it. I'm still looking for it.
I have a book.
Huh?
I cannot get Zoom. I have the Zoom link, but cannot get into it, Rick. Well, it's because it's not working right now.
This is gonna be live.
Yeah, it has to be live. It only works when at 4 o'clock on Tuesdays.
See, my glasses are so bad. My glasses are so bad. I thought it said, "I cannot get into it." Fuck.
This is Storm Mountain book, right?
Yeah, the Darren Lee book.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
You have it?
Yeah.
Shut the fucking front door.
No, he sent it to me. A couple of his books.
Okay, how many pages is it?
I have no idea. It's downstairs.
Which book is it?
He's got the Desert Storm book.
Dude, mail it to me. I'll scan it. I'll mail it back to you, just like I did the other book.
No, I can't. How am I going to get?
Okay, never mind. You did it with the other book. That's the only reason why I said that, Joe. You did it with the other 2 books.
I'm coming over, Joe.
I know that.
Okay.
I'm coming over.
Come on over.
I'm going to find that book.
Mm-hmm. Bring the RV with you.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm going to go. My daughter's going to be here in a few minutes.
Okay.
We're having dinner tonight. Thanks, everybody. Great chat, great book. And I can't wait till we start next week with Bernard Toole. Blanchard Toole. I don't know why I do that, Bernard. I keep saying Bernard. Bernard Toole.
It's so funny.
It sounds like an ad for Home Depot. Oh, hey, we got a Bernard Toole over here, and it's on aisle 14. It'll get your nails out of your ass.
Yeah, Sunflower. They will. They do ship to the UK. It will reach you sooner than my cab reached me. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's distribution centers in the UK and Mexico, so that you don't pay any international shipping.
Okay, good, because shipping's what kills you.
Yeah, no. When Kirsty ordered her mug, it was like 2 days later. She says, "I got it and I love it," and I'm just like, "Huh?" Because she lives in the UK. I think is she in Ireland? You guys?
One of my friends got her shirt really quick.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at. Some people have it a little bit longer. It takes a little bit longer to get to Canada for some reason because it does ship for the UK and the United States here. But the things that like these caps, they're made. These are embroidered, so it takes a little bit longer to get these done. Mine took 10 days. I think Joe's took about 2 weeks. Cam's took 2 months, but he lives in South Africa, and they strapped it to the back of a, I don't know what kind of animals. You don't have kangaroos, do you?
No, but I think the only reason I did end up getting it was because it was shipped from a company and there's a tracking number on it.
Yeah.
Amy, would you wear one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send her one.
I wear hats all the time when I'm doing my organizing job.
Cool. Yeah, tell me what color you want and all that, because they do come in different colors.
I'll go look at my choices and then I'll.
Yeah, look at your choice and let me know, and I'll send you one.
Thank you,
Charlie. Ed, was nice to see you here. Natalie, have a great evening. It's Wednesday night. I'm getting ready to have a nice meal with my daughter, and I'm psyched. And then you'll hear from me tomorrow, somewhere along the line, maybe even later tonight. Cam, you look awesome in the hat. I'm so psyched.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad it got here eventually because I'd really given up hope.
I had given up. We just talked about it a few days ago.
A week before.
All right, Amy, thank you. Joe, thank you. Cam, thank you. And YouTube, thank you.
Good night, John Boy.
Lisa Marie, thank you.
Yes.
I'll pray for you.
Right.
Have a good
Thank you, guys.
Hi, guys.